What is going on? Welcome to PB&J Blogs, Paintball and James. I want to introduce like a new series that I want to do called PB&J News. Basically, it's going to be a series that I haven't really formatted yet, but it's something I want to come out with at least once a week, and it's going to improve for sure. Right now, I'm just using my webcam and a crappy microphone, but that should change soon as I get a new microphone for my camera. But basically, it's just going to be me going over any important news in my life, and news in paintball. I'm just going to be reacting to it, tell you guys how I feel. It's a good way for me to do easy videos and create content for you guys, so that way I'm coming out with like a video a week. And sorry, the light is for sure reflecting off my glasses. I can just take them off. So yeah, sorry if the mic quality is not that great. I'm just using this right here. But yeah, this is where it's going to be, pretty much just at my desk. And check out the little... I work at a movie theater, so I get movie posters. Or it's a dine-in movie theater. It's a little more high-end than just a movie theater. But it gets me through college. Anyway, so like I said, we'll go right into kind of the news that happened, not really throughout this week, but more last week than this week. And we'll just kind of go through the list here. The one I know like the least about, and it's maybe just because I'm not so much into the tournament scene all that much, is the international ranking system. I guess there is like a huge ranking system for the European series and a huge ranking system for everything here in the US. So what was happening was pros here in the US would go down to the Europe competitions and just destroy people in lower divisions, which isn't fair. So they finally, made an international ranking system so that wouldn't happen anymore, and that's good. And then I guess like it's just a overall better way for everybody to keep track of who's doing good in the pro series and stuff like that. Which, don't get me wrong, like I'm subscribed to Go Sports. I watch all the tournaments. I watched the NFL Classic, which was pretty cool. I didn't really enjoy the fact that Impact won, but whatever. I guess it's just nice for everybody to follow along if you're a statistical person. I never really have been in any sport, and I played baseball pretty much my entire life. I never cared about stats. I just wanted to watch good games, and I recognized players who were good by just watching it. Like everybody knows Bryce Harper's a beast. Freaking Jose Altuve, that dude's a stud. Like everybody knows that Brady's a good quarterback, even though he got shit on by a backup quarterback at the Super Bowl. But yeah, so that's nice. Going on to NXL jersey rules. This is something that I like and hope that they do more on, because there's still padding in the NXL, which I think is silly. I think as pros, like the only form of padding that should be on your jersey is maybe just like just thicker material on the forearm, because that just tends to be where it gets beat up more, just so that they would last. But I don't think padding at all in the NXL, for that matter, shouldn't be allowed. Like it's, I don't know, paint. There's brittle paint these days, but like bounces honestly kind of suck. And every baller's been there where they bounce the shit out of somebody, and then the next thing they know, that person's shooting them in the back. So that sucks. But the NXL New Jersey rule basically states that teams have to pick a jersey, and I'm not sure if they have to pick a certain jersey style or just jersey colors. So hopefully, maybe they allow them to pick different styles, different designs, but have to stick with their main two colors. But basically, each pro team is where they had to pick two colors, a primary color and a secondary color, and have a home jersey and away jersey. I think it's nice. Honestly, almost every professional team is like that. They have multiple jerseys and they stick to the colors. So why can't paintball teams do the same and follow along that I guess that rule? I don't really know how to put that. I like it though, and they also gave it so that the teams who became pro first got to pick their colors first. So that way, AC Dallas, who's a fairly new team, was picking Dynasty blue and gray, which sucks. Like, because then what would Dynasty do? When you think of Dynasty, you think blue and gray. So I think it's cool that they're having them stick to one color. Let's see. All right, on to the bigger news bigger news. I might not talk as much about him, but probably things that people care about more are the Shocker CVO. It is supposed to be a mechanical kit, which right now I think it only looks like it's for the XLS, which sucks, especially if you're someone like me who owns a Shocker RSX. The CVO kit is supposed to be a mechanical kit, so it's supposed to be like a high-end tournament mechanical marker because there's been emergence of mechanical games lately, which is really cool. And I like playing, I like playing Pump, and I like playing with like autocockers and stuff like that. I think it's really fun, especially like when you're going out with a bunch of people who are fairly new in the sport. So it's good that you can just like take a break from shooting 20 balls a second and just kind of go out there and one ball people and just have a good time. It just kind of brings you back to your roots for when you first was trying to get into paintball. You all had Timin 98s or just like Spider clones, something like that. But yeah, so I actually want to get rid of this RSX. But if they release more information, because they haven't released a whole lot, so if they release more information that they're gonna make CVO kits for the RSX, it might make me keep this. I'm not really sure, but I'm not gonna lie, I miss my Diem2. I just want to go back to it. This thing is a good shooter, but it's just a little too small for me. I need something a little bit bigger. The bolt system in it's great and all, but I gotta go back to my Diem2. That or Lux Ice. So I really want a Lux Ice, but I just can't afford it. And Diem2s, let's be real, like for as high end as they are, definitely aren't valued that much. So you can get a nice Diem2 for really cheap, and it kind of just seems to be fitting into my college budget right now. So that's probably where the route that I'm gonna go. I guess news in general for me is I plan on going to Living Legends 11. Actually about to get people together so we can buy the group tickets and get our plane tickets and everything like that. So I will be at Living Legends 11. Prepare for that. There's going to be a ton of videos on that, both gameplay videos, vlog videos. Probably make like a little montage video of it. It's just going to be a huge highlight for this channel. We haven't done anything big like that on this channel. It's just been like gameplay. So super excited for that. And the last thing that I'll talk about today is Planet Eclipse's new marker. Maybe. I'm not really sure what it is. Some photos were released on Paintball Nation. You can go there. They were also in Paintball Ruined My Life's videos as well, which, by the way, is how I find out most of my news for paintball, or I just check PB Nation front page. But if you haven't seen it, go to PB Nation, and they have pictures of a gun that was being used two places. One was an Edmonton impact practice, and the other was some, I don't know, it looked like a forest. I don't really know where it was. But it's a gun that was pretty much taped up. All that people could see is the Shaft FL barrel, the feed neck, the foregrip, and there was a Pops ASA on there, and the trigger, obviously, in the trigger frame. But everything else was taped up. It looked to be like a spool valve marker. It definitely had like a CS1, CSR, CS 1.5 kind of body style to it. Definitely looked like they had that back cap according to Paintball Ruined My Life, it sounded a lot like the Geo platform. So wouldn't maybe expect like a super small, slimmed down version of a CS1. What throws me off though, however, is, let's see if we can do this. So it had like a foregrip on there, and it looked a lot like, the CS1 and the DSR had a baby kind of foregrip. Looked very similar to that. The best way I can describe it. But what threw me off the most was, if you look here, right there, see how the trigger guard goes right into the body. Now, like right into the body like that. Now on Geo platforms and the CS1, and you look at all the Geo things, they have the SFR screw, which, if you're looking at the trigger guard, this part of the body right here dips down a little bit so that they can fit the SFR screw in there. And that wasn't in the pictures at all. It looked like the trigger guard went straight up into the body. So a lot of people, at least I'm thrown off by that. A lot of people are saying, it could be like a high-end Gamma Core, so a high-end G-Tech. I don't really see that happening. I actually think it might be something a little bit different from Planet Eclipse. Maybe like an inline poppet. I'm not really sure. Not a lot has been like released about it yet. We're gonna find out at Paintball Extravaganza for sure, which is coming up soon, and there's gonna be a lot. But I'm excited, I guess. I'm not like the biggest Planet Eclipse guy, but I kind of think that they went super downhill in the past couple of years. Like, I wasn't a fan of the LV1, and a lot of people are gonna hate on me for that. I just like hated the way that the back grip felt, and I'm not a fan of the AT pipe. So even the Geo 3.5, like, even though it's a great shooting gun, don't get me wrong, like, I just feel like that AT pipe is stupid. And like, as much as people say that it doesn't get in the way, like, it does get in the way. Like, when I'm playing and I'm switching hands really fast, I'll like slide down and that AT pipe will get in the way. And maybe it's just the way I'm switching my hand, but point is, like, they easily could have just gone straight through the grip. That was just like a half-assed reason for the AT pipe. Like, I get the reasoning behind it and the science behind it, but that's bullshit in my opinion. Everybody wants a macro lineless gun. That's just where the industry took us. So why not just give people? And on top of that, they like release guns. Like, the Geos and the Egos have been shooting very well for a long time. And I just feel like however many years they've gone through the Improvisions, like, they haven't done a whole lot. Like, Field 1, they've come out with crazy different engines. Empire, they went from the Vanquish 1.5 to the Vanquish 2, which is, in my opinion, a really big leap. Like, the biggest leap I think I saw from Planet Eclipse was the Eagle 11 to the Eagle LV1, which, in my opinion, was a leap downward because the ergonomics were crap. Yeah, it shot great, but put the LV system in the Eagle 11, and people are like, it's gonna feel 10 times better. I'd rather have a macro line than the AT pipe. I don't know, I'm not the biggest Planet Eclipse guy, even though my first high end was a Geo for sure. But yeah, I mean, they're coming out with a new gun. That's what it is. I'm excited to see what it is. I don't believe anybody when they say it's the CS2 or a high-end G-Tech. I just don't. I think it's something new. I think it's probably going to be something in the $1,000 range, like $900 to $1,000. I don't see it being a $1,500 gun. I don't see it being like, I can see it being maybe like a $1,200 gun or an $1,100 gun. But I think they want to compete with like the DSR. Even though the G-Tech 160R is going to be right in that price point as well. I think that they just want to compete in that range because, like I said, G-Tech 160R has that AT pipe, and people are going to look at the 160R and DSR, and if that AT pipe is a thing for them, then they're going to go to the DSR every single time. Like for me, I would pick the DSR straight up. I also like die guns more though, so that's the thing. We'll figure out what it is. I'm excited, but that's been PB&J news. I guess I'll see you guys next week.